Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dave, here at the Arizona Model Shop. And today we're doing a review of the Hasegawa 1350 IJN Battleship Nagato 1941 configuration. And I'm going to try to get through this. This is a very big kit. So we're going to start with the instruction sheets. It's 24 pages, and in typical Hasegawa style, very well detailed on the plans. I don't see or have heard of too many mistakes on this one. It could definitely be made into a very awesome model with the right photo etch, which I will be doing a second one on the photo etch. I already got that, but here's the instruction sheets, 24 pages. It also comes with a little history of the Nagato. If you would like to see her, you can take a plane ride over to Bikini Atoll and actually dive on the wreck, which is inverted or capsized in Bikini Atoll after the atomic tests. I know she was upgraded, and the Pogata masts and all that were added over time. And it also comes with a very big, I'll unroll it a little bit, but color schemes. And on the back side is a line drawing of the ship in 41 configuration. So if you're one of those enthusiasts who likes to frame these things, you got some nice little line drawings there and color schemes. So can't beat it. It's all in the kit. And we'll start off with fret A, which is the one that probably won't fit in the camera as usual. The hulls. And it's a two-piece hull, split down the middle. Not my favorite. It's hard to hide the seam line on the bottom right here. I know a lot of people are picky about that because you usually don't see it unless you're actually looking for it. But it is a two-piece, and port and starboard, and it's got a lot of nice. See if I can slide this around a little bit. Portholes that can be drilled out and add more to it along where the casemates are. There's a bunch of portholes too. It does have some relief on the hull. It looks like plating. In the pictures it looks a lot more defined, but here it looks less defined. I'm sure they've probably dialed it down a little bit to make it look a little more real, but this is fret A, and there are 22 frets total for some 1,100 parts, I believe I've read on this. But it's even got strengtheners to go inside, which is nice to get the hull nice and rigid, top and bottom, which is a good thing. Alright, let's move on here. Get this big boy out of the way. So, these are done kind of different. There's 3 of these, and they are marked as AA, and the 3 of them are biplanes that she carried, and then this one is AC, which looks like a catapult, and some miscellaneous reinforcements there. This side, which is AD, looks like pulleys and things like that, which hopefully will be replaced with the photo etch. These are all for the biplane. And then catapult, more biplane floats, and all that. So that's the first 3. Next we'll move to, this one's marked the same way. There's 2 of these. This is AE. Get that out of the way. And it appears to be mostly lifeboats and davits. So you got the top, bottom there, top, bottom, top, top, bottom, bottom, and then some davits and the ship's anchors. I believe she had them on the bow and the stern. You got davits, more davits. If you've got the planking and the wood and you want to do the time, it would probably look really good to do this in real wood. You can buy HO scale planking and it matches up pretty good. I'll throw it in with the photo etch one about the planking. The kit does come with there's two of these, with a wooden deck included in the deluxe kit. I wasn't too fond of it, so I went and got another aftermarket one, which seems to be looking a little better. But so there's two of those, mostly Davit's boats, and this is AE. And this one, AB. Okay. There's three of these bad boys, and they are marked as AF, AF, and AF. Three of those. Let me get two of these out of the way. I mean, I don't see a lot of flash. Everything looks nice and crisp. Hasegawa's got some pretty good model kits. Looks like mostly AA guns, some rangefinders there, and a lot of chocks, ammo boxes. It looks like. This is hard to make out. Probably more winches and small detailed things. Some more AA in the corner there. It could be, that's an AA gun. Yeah, but the three frets are mostly AA guns, and that, like I say, I see some small plugs on the end there that will have to be cut off, but I don't see a lot of flash on it so far. And we have, this is, oh, that's another AF. So there's 4 frets of that. And then we come to these two. It does have nice molded on decking. Let's see if I can get in there so you can see it. I know my lighting isn't the best, but here's the bow. This is the bow section. You have your prop shaft holders, and then here's part of the bow right here that will have a seam line that you'll have to get rid of. It's got portholes. You probably want to drill this out. This is where the anchors go, one on each side. The relief on the decking, there's no separation line, so it's just straight lines completely. So that's why I went with the aftermarket. Cover that up. More superstructure, or some superstructure stuff here on the side. And then we have the stern deck. Same thing with the lines. Good crisp detail on there on the hatches and the covers. Good demarc lines to hide the seam. And then here's the midsection. Same thing, good lines. I don't see a lot of injection marks like you would normally see on some ships. You'll see like a little indentation in these that kind of you have to work on. But that is fret. Let me find it. It's C and F. It jumps. There's no continuous order in it. But that's your decking. Next we come to, this is all the stuff that bleeds that goes inside and what it looks like. And this will be fret G. These are all your hull stiffeners that go inside so you don't have any compression or flexation when you build it. This is a nice solid sturdy hull, but I prefer a one piece and then stiffening it myself. But that is fret G. Next we run to J. Looks like we start to get into some superstructure, and this is the rear turret. And this is, there we go. Good relief on the diamond plating. There is some molded on stairs that you'll probably want to take off and use photo etch, but good underside supports on these. Let's see if I can get that in there. There we go, right there. So that's all on there, on both, on even the upper ones. Good relief on the inside of these. Like I say, there's little bits of diamond plate that actually pop out. I'm really surprised at that. And both these gun tubs here, really good. Of course, I don't recall ever finding a bad Hasegawa kit. And we're going to move on to Fret K, which has more barbettes, decking, which all looks good. There's another one here that has a lot of diamond plating, some side structure, superstructure parts with portholes. Recommend drilling those out, and then on your final assembly, filling them with some canopy glue, and you have portholes that are actually look like portholes. Definitely recommend a photo etch. The doors, they're all right. The relief on them is not that great, so you definitely put some photo etch door or hatches over those. Molded on ladders, typical. Those you may have to remove those and put photo etch, so that's something to think about. This looks like the armored conning tower with the slits in it. It'd be hard pressed to try to get those cleaned out, but just some black paint in there would look good. No flash on it. I don't see anything warped, which is good. Next, we're going to jump into, this is L, and we have more superstructure and small miscellaneous parts. Looks like the part of the pole to the Pogata masts. More stuff to drill out, more side bulkheads, molded on ladders. There is some steel, looks like steel lines, their interpretation of metal plating going through, so those would have to be taken off real careful. Portholes, these little cranes, definitely replace those with photo etch. I don't see any flash on any of these. Looks like supporting pins to keep it stiff so it doesn't bow. Looks like they're right here. Splinter shields. Some relief on the back. There is a few little injection marks there that you'll have to get something small in there to get to them. I would recommend some sanding sticks. You can actually split these and cut them, and they will fit in between there and take care of that for you. Can't beat that. So this is Fret J. Say, I don't see any flash or anything warped, missed so far on anything. Wow, they actually put teeth on this part of the davit. There's little tiny teeth right there. Wow. Pretty good. Okay, we're going to jump to, this one has 3 in, well, 2. Correction, I'm sorry about that, 2. And these are your barbettes. Get this one out of the way, since they're all the same. Here's your barbette. It's a 2-piece top bottom, and there is a molded on ladder right in the middle that will have to be sanded and probably replaced. These are molded blast bags, 2-piece. If you can find it, I would definitely get see if Blackjack 3D printing or resin bags to replace these. A lot better looking detail and all that. We have some blast bags on the smaller guns. These are just, I think these are hard points to mount. Not bad. I don't see any flash on. There's a little bit right there on the back of the turret. Nothing your fingernail can't whack off. Yep, there it goes. But there's 3 of these for the 3 turrets so far. All the same. And that is Fret N. And then we have the 4th one here. This is a duo one. This is M and N again. Same thing with the turrets and blast bags. This one looks like mostly for the tripod mast going into the Pogata mast. Now that in a small little Hasegawa right there. But I don't see any flash on this one. The barrels on these are done out. The ends have been drilled out a little bit or molded out. We have a gun trying to get away. There is small plugs on the barrels that will have to be sanded and shaped. Definitely maybe try replacing these brittle ones with some brass. Give it a little more strength. But that is M and N, and it looks pretty good. There's some detail on the bottom of this turret for ventilation that I didn't see on the other ones, but that's kind of cool. Gotta have some vent in those things. Okay, now we're going to go into fret Q, and there's two of these. Get one out of the way. And this one looks like another stiffener here for the hull. More davits. The rudder. She had a single rudder. It looks kind of small for the size of the ship. So there's the props, 3-bladed props. There should be 4. She had 4 shafts. And more stiffeners. I would definitely replace the prop shafts with brass or stainless steel rod if you have it. I know it's a pain in the butt to cut, but it definitely pops the model a lot. But I don't see any flash on these, even on the little hull stiffeners. We do have molded ladders. Strongly recommend replacing those with photo etch. They're not worth it. They just don't look right. So, alright, what do we got? We're coming to fret R, and this is some of the more. This is an antenna. Definitely be careful cutting that. And you can try to, if you want to solder one together with right there, with brass, be my guest. More gun tubs with the diamond plate relief on the bottom. Looks like part of more of the superstructure with more portholes to drill out and some doors to add. Same thing on this little one too, more portholes. And it does look like they've attempted to make the steel plating come out, which isn't bad. I mean, has the rivet marks. I'm sure that was still technology of days of riveting before welding. And that's that. More stuff for the Pogata mass. And our last one of the big ones is fret. Let me find it here. S. And here's your funnel. I know these went on the side. If these can be cleaned out, those X's, and redone, definitely do some really good work on trying to bring that detail up. Looks like some windows, more doors. Those would be beneficial if you could get those cleaned out with a small bit. Steam pipes or exhaust coming up. Vents, definitely worth popping those out. Top of the funnel, I'm hoping that has something to replace with in the photo etch, which I'll be doing, and hopefully these will be replaced in there too. Definitely bring it up a notch. But no flash, everything looks good. Plastic seems to be alright. I mean, it flexes. I'd just be real careful on these small ones here, trying to cut them without having them snap and putting them back together. So that is that one. It comes with a bag of small miscellaneous little I don't know, they're kind of rubbery. Probably for the prop shafts or something. It doesn't say. Just a little thing in there. You get 2 cheesy stands as usual with most ships. There is a spot for a nameplate, so there's 2 of those. You have 2 decal sheets with tons of flags in the Japanese Man of Wars. There is some anchor chain included in there, but I think that comes with the deck too. And then your standard hall markings and nameplates, more Man of Wars, some markings on some Japanese writing I can't read, but there's 2 of these sheets and some markings on the deck for the back, but that's that. And then there is 1 clear fret which is marked T, and looks like spots for windows. Maybe, I think these are supposed to be sights for the AA guns. Some really small ones here. So, and then this is a little more brittle feeling, so I'd be careful on cutting this one out if you decide to do it. And then these are windows for the bridge structure, superstructure up there. Definitely be careful cutting those in there. If not, you can probably use the canopy glue. It dries perfectly clear, so you have some nice looking windows. So, and that is it in that kit. Like I say, 22 frets, 24 pages on the instructions, 2 sheets of decals. These actually look like, these ones look like stickers, which I'm pretty sure they are. For the ones that waving in the flag, you can always do small piece of, save yourself some foil from Hershey's Kisses, and you can do these even with the decal, and that way you can shape them like they're in the wind. Pretty neat little trick. Saw that somewhere and I kind of kept it. And then you got that big old drawing. It's got a nice line drawing on it. Look cool frame. So that is my boxed review of the parts in the 1-350 Hasegawa Imperial Japanese Navy battleship Nagato, which survived the war and was actually used at Bikini. So I hope you enjoy this. If you have questions, please put them in the comments. I'll answer them for you. And on part 2, I'm going to be doing the photo etch that I got for this one. So we'll get to that one next. See you then.